Was vaping really helping people in the reducing of smoking cigarettes? Well, let's ask that question right now, because I know in some places, definitely here in California, the selling of vaping has been banned, right along with menthol cigarettes. Let's get into it. Now, I personally know that people have their reasonings their beliefs of why they don't do this or why they don't do that or why they don't think this is that. But I think 9 times out of 10, the voting process that has to do with these type of, I guess you would say, laws being put in effect, basically are done by people that don't even engage in any of these things, right? They have no gain, no take. I guess there's a gain for someone somewhere, right? But it's not in the gain that we think, because we're basically used for their gain, because if you're making money, it's because of the people that use them. If you're not making, you know what I mean? It's still based off the people, and nobody really considers the people in general. Was it really the health of the people that smoked cigarettes? Was that their concern? I highly doubt it. Okay, I highly doubt it. But yet they say that flavored vape was making it more tantalizing to the youth to want to smoke. But they were smoking regardless if they were smoking or not. And I mean, there's other things that are appealing to them that are sweet, because I guess the flavor, right? The flavor attracted. They felt that was the big deal. But it's not for them anyway. We have fruity drinks, alcoholic drinks. It's not for them. But okay, so one would say, well, the ones over 18 that can buy them. Like, come on. Let's just really be sensible here and think about it. Intentions. But okay, this is how it works. Now let's think about how many people it actually helped that stopped smoking cigarettes. Some people quoted on stating that they felt good about not smelling like a box of nicotine. Some people stated that they lessened their smoking habits. These are pros, but to some people that don't even smoke, that's not a good enough. Like, what do you even care? But what about the people that do? See, people get to create these products, and no, people don't have to use them, but they do. Like, we don't have to do a lot of things. We don't have to listen to them. We don't have to go to the doctor. We don't have to do a lot of things, but we take those into consideration. The point is, let's not play stupid here. People try to find ways to better, themselves, because we're human beings. You can't just sit back and say, well, you shouldn't do it at all. You know what I mean? Especially when it's someone that's never done it. So you can just take a lot of seats and shut up. Sorry. You know what I mean? Some people found it beneficial. It helped them to stop smoking. We can't keep, judging people, because from where anyone sits, no one's clear enough to have that freaking luxury. No one's above anyone here. If people haven't realized that here, only when it comes down to how this economy, this world is structured. But as far as human beings and morals and just a person in general as humans, no one's better than, come on, let's knock it off. So that doesn't come with the almighty judgment of other people. So especially if you're gaining from it. If you're sitting in the seat to be able to make decisions, then you take several seats yourself, because we know you're gaining something. But what about that person that really was trying to wean themselves off and found that as an opportunity? Nah, cares. You think that's going to stop them now? Some people probably went back to smoking. Either way it goes, this product was created. It's been around for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. It's been around, right? The tobacco industry has been around. That's still standing. So let's not get on our high moral horse and start judging people because who makes them, okay? And some people are like, well, this is a good way for me to stop smoking. And that's what it was basically being told as when it, when it like really became a boom, a thing. So what was the real problem? Because we know it wasn't what they said. And then on top of that, take out menthol cigarettes, but yet we still have cigarettes. Doesn't make sense, never will. So know that the intentions aren't very well put, because then you just take out the whole nicotine, right? But you're not going to do that. So, but don't be a fool and think that especially if you don't smoke. You shouldn't even be speaking. But yeah, then people can say, well, I can because they smoke around my blah, blah, blah. But in this matter, just takes a lot of seats because ain't nobody smoking anything around you. Get away from them. Deal with it. Can't have everything your way, okay? If that's the case, you should be lined up to pick on everything else that's, you know what I mean, that people are doing around you. But vaping, that should be someone's choice to do, and it was until they just took it away, like, oh, now what? And then menthol, so it makes no sense. You go ahead and make it make sense, but people will try and we'll see through it. Bullshit. Nobody cares. It's just always just that, to not ever be in the benefit of the people that it affects the most. You know? But supposedly online, you can still sell them online, which will probably hike them up. But I have done research and I have not seen them disappear out of stores, right? Put people out of business, you know? It's never in the benefit, you know what I mean, of the people. But a lot of people didn't know. But yes, it was past, I think it went into effect here in California, I think November or December. But it's a thing. It is what it is. But if it bothers you, it's understandable. Maybe do some more research, engage in it, and understand how these things work more. And then maybe also we can stop paying attention to things that don't really affect you, like the celebrity life and and stupid division and separation of people and their livelihood that brings us to having sometimes deadly situations. But let's stick to this topic here, and you know, it will affect people because some people have, you know, nicotine cravings. But I saw a mass, you know, people responsive to how it worked, how it operated. People finding an easier, better way, a more safer, more healthier way, because you're always going to find unhealthy issues with a product, especially when you're trying to remove it. I mean, that's a given, right? It has to be that way. You have to create that, because then what other reason you have to remove it? I mean, come on. So it's not like anybody's hating here. Shit. If any, what? One party gets to feel a certain way, I mean, come on. But the health risks were a lot slimmer compared to cigarettes. And the only way that's going to be actually, the only way someone will actually be able to critically think about this, and with critical thinking, there's no emotion, there's no judgment, even if you're not a smoker, you know what I mean? It's just all based off facts and what it is. And that it'll affect people, and that it is messed up for them. Just because you don't smoke doesn't mean it's not messed up. So that's a selfish way of thinking. If you don't, then you shouldn't have much to say anyway. So for people to do, yeah, it sucks, because the body, the mind, it'll affect, it will crave. And then they thought they had an easier way. Hey, life isn't easy. People, none of us are perfect. But it really comes down when a critical thinker can think about this, how it should be thought of, and who benefits from it and who doesn't, and why was it done in the first place, and how do things like this just get ran by with no comments, no, you know, dialogue with the people that it affects the most. You bring in, you rip out, you bring in, you rip out. It's not right, but then want taxes and everything else. All I'm saying is make it make sense, and it won't. So that goes to the citizens, to the people. Wake up. Stop sticking your nose and your face and your head in places that don't even make sense. Until next time, this is your girl Brandy J with QuickCast.